I had one.
We're making it easier to seize the assets of groups and individuals involved in terrorism. It was crafted with skill and care, determination, and a spirit of bipartisanship for which the entire nation is grateful. Because it upholds and respects the civil liberties guaranteed by our Constitution. This legislation is essential not only to pursuing and punishing terrorists, but also preventing more atrocities in the hands of the evil ones. This government will enforce this law. It is now my honor to sign into law the USA Patriot Act of 2001.
You know what? How fast did the Patriot Act, how did they write that? How many pages was that? I never even thought, you know, this is in the innocent days. Who wrote the Patriot Act?
I think the Patriot Act is unpatriotic because it undermines our liberty.
There is ample evidence that the Patriot Act has been a tool to keep us safe.
So the American people say, enough's enough, we want our privacy protected.
There is no evidence of anyone's civil liberties being violated because of it.
The NSA specifically targets the communications of everyone. It ingests them by default. It collects them in its system, and it filters them, and it analyzes them, and it measures them, and it stores them.
Does anybody here in the audience know who wrote the Patriot Act or when it was written? This will blow your mind.
These good folks have used the Patriot Act to protect America.
The bulk collection must end. But why I really fear it is we have drifted into a condition that we were warned against because our early founders were very clear. They said, don't be willing to sacrifice liberty for security.
In America, we shouldn't need to say that parents speaking out about their children's education aren't domestic terrorists, or that those raising concerns about the radical direction the left is trying to take this country are not domestic terrorists, or that Trump supporters aren't domestic terrorists, but apparently we do.
You're a bunch of cowards hiding behind our children.
Protect our children or get out of the way.
Last September, the Biden White House colluded with the National School Boards Association to orchestrate a letter to President Biden that portrayed concerned parents speaking out at school board meetings as security threats. The letter urged the president to use the Patriot Act to go after America's moms and dads.
America, you know who wrote it? One of the biggest union guys of them all, Joe Biden.
Civil libertarians were opposed to it right after 1994, and you can ask the Attorney General this because I got a call when he introduced the Patriot Act. He said, Joe, I'm introducing the act basically as you wrote it in 1994. It was defeated then not by any liberals. It was defeated then by the folks who worried that we'd have the Minutemen would get in trouble, by the Mr. Barrs of the world, who were worried about the right wing, not anything else. So that has nothing to do with you all, but just to set the record straight. Almost the same thing that got passed, the Patriot Act, was introduced by me in 1994, and it was the right wing that defeated it. You guys tried to help get it passed, including the wiretap changes and the rest.